Everybody, Thomas here. As you can see, we've got quite a large pile of sawdust here. That's one thing we haven't done yet. We have not hooked up a dust collection system off of this. This is a piece of red maple that we got from the neighbor down the road. This was cut on a circular saw about 60 years ago. We ran the moisture meter on this wood, and again, this has been in a barn for nearly 60 years, and it's at 11%. So I'm going to take this wood right here and make some charcuterie boards for some friends of ours here in town. So stay tuned. Okay folks, I didn't show this portion because I don't have a tripod quite yet. I think it's down by the sawmill, my dad's sawmill, so we'll have to go find that. Long story short though, I did cut out the different pieces and I was going to show you. So this is all out of this one singular board that we were planing down. So it's one maple board, and you can already see I cut off this portion of the board, and I've already made two boards. I could probably make another larger one out of here, but I'm going to kind of show you what I have left over in the wood. So this one right here is kind of like the Tonto handle, which I still have to do some more work there to get those pencil marks out. But that's the chopper, if you will. Nice handle, looks really good. We did put it on to the saw, put a 30-degree angle front there, so it gives it like kind of like a blade, if you will. But these are really cool looking. A lot of the guys, they like a cool looking board like this because it's not as, you know, frilly, if you will. Not to say that these are frilly boards, but the other one here, this is my, it's like a duck head design, if you will. Nice spalted. Left the live edge on this front face here because I always like to have that front face, the bottom portion, to be rounded down. On the back side here, there's a little bit of round there too, but we're gonna go ahead and take this over to the sander, get this thing sanded out. You see the whole board there. And then we're gonna talk about our leftovers. So you can see that went in there, and then this board was right there and everything. So we're utilizing every little bit we can get. So as of right now, I've got this scrap piece, and I've got 2-3 little pieces on the bottom, but none of those are really any usable. But what I also have is this bottom portion right here. This bottom portion right here, I like it because unlike these, there's a few little bug holes and stuff like that. Now this wood is dry. This wood was 60 years in a barn. Like, this is old wood. So there's no more bugs in that. They've done all they're gonna do. There's a few holes here and there. But this portion right here, there's nothing in it. This is what I'm gonna make a spatula out of. And I'll be able to get, since it's 1 inch thick, I'll be able to get 2 spatulas for every shape that I cut out. So need to sand up that board there, get working on the spatula right here. We'll have a nice little set. And I won't have time to get it done on this one, but later on, inside here, if I take that right there and do a straight edge here, I make my little wooden knives. It's hard to see, but I do make little wooden knives that go with these boards as well. And it's something good to, cut the cheese with, if you will. So funny. Anyways, yeah, there's more I can do with this board right here. I could make spatulas out of this as well. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so I was able to find a tripod, which is good. I did cut off that one portion. I don't have any of my templates here, so I kind of, try to utilize what I have to work with. But there, that looks like a pretty good little design for a, whatchamacallit, a spatula and such. So we're gonna go ahead and try to cut this out. This is my dad's. Blade looks tight. Ooh, we'll see how this goes. It's a pretty aggressive blade, so it might not be the best cut. I'm gonna have to do a lot of finish work, but we can go ahead and knock this out pretty quickly, I think.
You have a $10 bill on you?
Sorry, my dad came in here, asked if I had change to pay the guys that unload hay. Might have gone a bit thin there, but yeah, we'll see.
Hey, Dad.
I know. Yeah, that blade or something dull I'll get out, but it got the job done. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half on the actual table saw. I think that'd be safer than trying to use that dull blade right there. But here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get this sucker cut up. That looks about half. We shall see. Helps if it's plugged in. Boy. There we go. Nothing sketchy about that. There you have it. So we have the design. It's pretty well split in half. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Now let's go ahead and start sanding on these suckers. I think I'm gonna take that down a little bit. It won't kind of, we'll see. We shall see. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and use this old Craftsman sander that we have and everything. All I'm gonna do is put it on here, kind of roll out these edges and stuff like that. I may actually speed up the video, we'll see. It won't take too long to finish this up, but I really just want to take down all the sharp edges, kind of get the profile I'm looking for, and just make it really just feel nice in the hand. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. That went from this, there we go, in the camera now. Went from this to this. Not too shabby. I like the edges that were put on it and everything. It's a little bit thicker than I'm used to, but that's for many, many uses. I'll just say that. But no, I'm very happy with it turned out. It's got a little bit of a turn here to help you get into those, rounded bowls and straight edge on the back, kinda. But then this is spalted red maple out of Tennessee. This has been drying in a barn for nearly 60 years. So now I need to get over here and get this thing buffed out and also get the board oiled up. And this will be ready to give out along with that board to some friends of ours. Pretty cool. Okay, so I did just do a light sand on the spatula out there in the open portion of the barn. Let's go ahead and throw it on here. Haven't used this in a hot minute. Outlet. Go and turn this thing on first, make sure that she's running good. This is a food grade type of wax, sunshine. Just add a little bit onto there. It's a buffing compound. Got that on there, and now we're just going to apply. You gotta make sure you never want to go like up here when we work on the downside of the blade. It gets pretty crazy if it'll catch and it'll throw things. So if you've ever buffed anything out, whew, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It can get pretty wild in here. But always working the downside. This is really gonna put a protective coating on here, but after use, it will come off. And it's totally fine. This is just more of a for show and tell, if you will. I didn't actually have to do anything. If I wanted to just oil this up with mineral oil, that would be fine. But this gives it a nice finish. It looks professional. See, grabbed on me there. Gotta be careful. My buddy Robert Westfall is the one that got me on to making these spoons and spatulas and stuff. And it's been probably a year or so since I've made one. But this one turned out pretty nice. Also, this buffing compound has a little bit of grit in it, so it does help to sand a bit too. Not much. I mean, it's very minimal. Just want to make sure I get all sides covered. Nice and fancy. Pretty happy with that. I don't know if this camera's going to do it justice, but we'll get some good pictures to throw in here too. But yeah, that's pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. So there you have it. There's that. Now we go ahead and finish up oiling the charcuterie board to go with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sand it just slightly. because I noticed one area where I still have some pencil marks on there. Not much. Okay. Now, it would be best if I was out in the sun so you could really see this. In fact, my lighting is absolutely horrible with all that bright stuff behind there. Let's see if I can change this. Here I'm just working on a pile of pine. Yeah, I'll go and do this real quick. Then we gotta get on the road to go pick up a toy for my wife. I'm gonna pick her up. We sold our side-by-side, our Kubota side-by-side. Couple reasons, one of which was it was too small, and she wanted to be able to take multiple people out, because we're moving back down to Tennessee next summer. She wanted to be able to take multiple people out on our farm. So then we got to looking at new side-by-sides, and I'm like, they are just very proud of those side-by-sides. The market, everyone knows after 2020, everything kind of went crazy, and it's been crazy ever kind of since. So I said, why don't we buy something a little more practical, a little more user-friendly in all applications. So we're going to go buy a Jeep. Not really Jeep people, but we're, I guess, going to become Jeep people this afternoon. And while we're down there, I'm going to drop this off with some of our friends near the Memphis area and everything, and go from there. We also got some friends up in Wisconsin. I'm going to bring them back a really cool board from Tennessee. They've expressed interest in coming to the great state of Tennessee. So I said, well, let me bring you a piece of awesomeness from the great state of Tennessee. But I'm just kind of working this stuff in. This is just the first coat. This is going to be, again, a food grade mineral oil. I guess I should have shown that. I do this quite often. Just equate mineral oil and get the stuff at Walmart for next to nothing. And then I'll come back later with some butcher block conditioner and really finish this thing up. And I'll show that once we get over to our farm. I'm over at my parents' farm right now. So there you go. That's the first coat. It's not too shabby. Nice spalted maple. And a spatula to go with it. Not too shabby. The cool thing is I'm looking at this, there's some interesting colors in there, and there's some figure and spalt. It's really neat stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so let's go head over now to my place, put that last coat on here, and then go pick up a Jeep, become Jeep people. All right, folks, there you have it. We've now finished up the boards and then the, the little spatula here, and we picked up my wife's new Jeep. So please like, subscribe. We'll see you around. Thanks.